What's going on, guys? I'm Alejandro Mendoza, and today the third trailer for Digimon Adventure Try Our Future came out. So let's get right into discussing what we're showing in the trailer, and if you guys want to watch the trailer for yourself, I'll have a link to it in the description down below. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for how I can improve my videos, please let me know in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate your feedback. Now, kicking off the trailer, we have a shot of Coromon saying, I think, something along the lines of, remember us, Taichi. And that line just seems kind of strange just because, I don't get, why Coromon's saying, Taichi, remember us. I know that, obviously to Coromon and the others, they think that Taichi is supposedly dead, but even then it's like Taichi, if he was dead, he would still remember you guys. I know he fell down a hole and stuff, but unless he hit his head, he would obviously remember them, so I'm not really sure why Coromon is telling Tai to remember them, but regardless, let's move on. We're then shown a scene of Ordinamon basically bellowing, we see Ordinamon screaming and we can see the airwaves coming off of it, and it then cuts to a shot of TK, Cara, and Patamon in a building, all with looks of shock or surprise on their faces. Now, I already went into length about what I think is going to happen with TK and Cara in this movie during the second trailer discussion. So a lot of you already know what my thoughts are on this matter. So if you want to skip ahead, I'll put a timestamp right here on the screen. So it should be there right now so you know where to skip ahead to. Now, just to quickly summarize, for those of you who haven't watched my other video, basically I think that TK and Cara will stay in the digital world to look for Tai. They eventually find Tai and Daigo. They'll go back to the real world to meet up again with the others, and along the way, Digimon stops them. And they fight Digimon, Daigo gets caught up in the battle and gets mortally wounded. Tai, Cara, and TK then have to leave Daigo so they can meet up with Matt and everybody else to save the world, and they end up finally meeting up with them for the final battle. Now, as for how this shot of, all of them in the building relates to what I think is going to happen, because remember, this is just my opinion, I'm not saying, this is going to happen. Well, I'm not saying, this will absolutely happen. It's just my opinion on what I think is going to happen. But, anyway, how I think this scene works in relation to that is, I basically think that after, TK, Kari, Patamon, Tai, and Daigo, after they return to the real world, after they all return to the real world, they're all just, tired, so they decide to rest in a nearby building. Again, though, this is just what I think is going to happen, so I could be completely wrong. As for what's going on between TK and Kari in this scene, I would think that what's happening between them is Kari is basically feeling guilty about how she caused Gatomon and Makomon to merge together, and TK is going to try and make her feel better about that. Now, moving forward in the trailer, we then quickly see Hackmon, along with several shots of Sora and the other Digidestined either looking worried or confronting Ordinamon. And in one of the shots, we even see Ordinamon with those two glowing orbs, and Ordinamon is even shooting basically waves basically. And after that, we then see Mako actually running into the water, trying to looking like she's trying to get to Ordinamon. And I know that a lot of people are saying that's the Dark Ocean, that the Dark Ocean is combining with the real world, and I'm not saying that's wrong at all, because it very well could be, but I just don't think that the water, I don't think that's from the Dark Ocean, because honestly they could really just be fighting in an area where they're near a body of water. It doesn't have to be the Dark Ocean at all. And I'm just kind of skeptical about that whole the Dark Ocean is merging with the real world thing, and it's just kind of to me, I guess. But when I did first see this scene, I was just thinking Mako, what the heck are you doing? You're literally going into water that's probably going to have really high waves because Ordinamon is shooting all these lasers and stuff. You're probably going to drown if you keep, if you go into the water. But this is Mako. We know she could die, but we know that she's not going to die from drowning. If she's going to die from something, it's probably going to be from something else. But following this, we're then shown Ordinamon, and her feathers, they literally transform into Digimon. They legit just glow red and transform into a bunch of different Digimon. And that just seems really weird, because Digimon has done this before with Arukenimon. Arukenimon just used her hair and she was able to create Digimon using control spires. So I guess maybe they got the idea from that, but it just seemed kind of weird to see all those feathers literally transform into a bunch of Digimon. But maybe that is how, like, that is the, like, maybe Ordinamon is the one who created Devimon, like, at least the one that's shown in the trailer, because we see like Devimon in the last trailer, and he literally comes out of a portal. So like maybe it is like maybe it is one from the digital world, or maybe it's one that Ordinamon created. Like, we'll just have to wait and see. But I mean, maybe, yeah, like just maybe. And continuing on, we then see another shot of TK and Kari, where TK is basically holding Kari. And after seeing this, it's just like, it just seems like, I just know that the TK and Kari shippers are going to be like freaking, they're going to be very ecstatic at this, like, because like, in the beginning we literally see Kari in a bed and TK is there with her, and now here's another shot of TK holding Kari, so the shippers must be freaking ecstatic about this. And now that I'm done with that, the scene then changes to the same shot of the Digimon Emperor that we were shown before, along with the same shot of Mako's glowing Digivice. And Matt is then seen clutching Ty's goggles, and we see a shot of Garurumon. And I'm just sitting here wondering, why are they still only going Ultimate? Like, why do they start? Why don't they just like start out going Ultimate and then like make their way up? Like, they should just like start out as Mega, because Ordinamon is literally a threat to both worlds, and they're not starting out at their full power for some reason. But we obviously know that they're eventually going to go Mega, like when they want to. Like, instead of just starting out for like at the beginning, they're gonna eventually go Mega. It just seems kind of annoying, because it's like, you guys literally have Mega. Just go Mega when you're fighting now. But after this, Izzy is shown saying something before running off somewhere, and we get another shot of Ty's goggles, of Sora, and of Ordinamon. Following this, Mako is shown clutching a shining Digivice, and we also see Kari going into the water as well. And again, I already expressed it. Like, I don't think that the Dark Ocean is gonna is gonna be it's trying to like connect with the real world. Like, again, I could be wrong, and it may very well be. I'm not trying to downplay that, but I just think that they're fighting in an area near water, and that Mako and Kari are just like both going in the water and trying to reach Ordinamon, and it has nothing to do with like the Dark Ocean's water. Basically, it's just like real Earth water. But after this, there are then a few more shots of the Digimon, along with Daigo being very wounded, and we then see a new shot of Kari reaching out to Gatomon, and we see Matt and all of the other Digidestined looking towards someone or something. And after this, we then see Dark Jedi in his regular Jedi form, and he seems to be talking to someone. And I just can't help but wonder, like, who is he talking to? Because I mean, maybe Yggdrasil, or like, I don't know, like maybe Izzy's like because we do see Izzy running somewhere, so maybe Izzy like found something that could help the Digidestined defeat Ordinamon, and he's going to look for that, but Dark Jedi intercepts him and tries to stop him. Like, maybe like that's just a random idea I'm throwing out there though. And after that, we then see a scene where Mako is actually reaching for Makomon, and it's obviously very similar to the Kari and Gatomon scene we saw before. And following this, there are a couple of action scenes, and then we see a shot of Ty with his goggles. So I mean, this wasn't really a surprise. I mean, I think even without the poster and this trailer, everybody would have known that Ty isn't dead, because I mean, Ty is basically like the main character of Tri, so if he died, that would be very shocking. So I don't think anybody really thought that he was dead, but if you did, then if you did, like, then that's fine or whatever, but I don't think anybody really thought he was dead. And there is one more scene in the trailer, and it was really surprising to me, because the trailer literally ends off showing Omnimon digivolving into a new form. And, I did kind of call this on my last video, because my last video I was discussing, like, will Ty and Matt achieve a new form? And I kind of called it, but, I mean, that's not really too impressive, because anybody could really, like, say, oh, they're going to get a new Digivolution, because Digimon is about digivolving. So, it's just that with this, I don't really know how to feel about it, because like I mentioned in the other video I had, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to see them get a new Digivolution, but all I'm gonna ask for is that they give a good reason for Omnimon Digivolving. Also, something else to mention, there's still no mention at all of the 02 cast. And I already know, I probably shouldn't get my hopes up, but I just really want to see Davis, Ken, and all of them again. But I don't even know anymore. So, anyways, guys, that was the third trailer for Digimon Virtual Try Our Future. Honestly, I have a lot of mixed feelings about Omnimon attaining a new Digivolution. Because, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I just want them to give a good reason for it. But overall, though, the trailer was fine, and it's just really me having a lot of mixed feelings about it. But with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like. And if you enjoyed the content I'm producing, maybe consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, then thank you. You guys are awesome. And even if you're not subscribed, just thank you for watching my videos. It means a lot to me. So, yeah. Once again, thank you all for watching. I am Alejandro Mendoza, and I will see you later. Bye.